Hi, World Recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain web series called Outer Banks Season 3. Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. Outer Banks has never been for everyone, but for those who have been with it since the beginning, Season 3 will be a welcome addition to the big adventure. The melodramatic mess of teen insanity and unbelievable plot twists remains undeniably engaging in its third season, fearlessly stomping its way through trope after trope and the introduction of a new, soapy bad guy. This is all the information you might need on the conclusion of Season 3 of Outer Banks. Spoilers ahead. The three couples of adolescents are having a blast on what is essentially their little island, as Season 3 opens. They are stuck and have lost both the riches and the cross, but this is their first opportunity to be teens in a very long time. But nothing lasts forever, and eventually they appear to be rescued and transported to Barbados, where Kai is separated from the others and taken to the mansion of Carlos Singh, a colossally wealthy and powerful person who effectively rules the island. She finds Rafe there as well, attempting to sell the cross. Carlos says he wants Denmark Tanny's diary because he thinks it includes information on where El Dorado is located. After eventually escaping Singh's grasp, Kai and Rafe then con Rafe and take his yacht in order to save their pals. Even 4 of her buddies are successfully escorted out of Barbados by her. Nevertheless, John B stays behind since he heard the neighborhood church bell ringing to the same tune his father once used to beckon him home. Following an emotional union, Big John admits that he is after El Dorado and persuades his son to keep his knowledge of El Dorado to himself, as well as to Sarah. Although he is surprised to learn that John B is now married to Sarah of all people, he accepts his son's decision and is happy for him. But soon makes it clear that he isn't ready to trust the daughter of a man who tried to kill him. The father and son duo finds one half of what they learn is the gnomon of Solana in Barbados. Gnomon is a part of a sundial that casts a shadow. In this context, it is a map showing the route to El Dorado from the Calinago archaeological site of Solana in Venezuela. Big John and John B find the diary, and the older man is forced to kill 2 mercenaries from previous seasons to protect his son. They find the second piece of the gnomon and discover that the archaeologists who excavated Solana are being systematically killed by Singh, who catches up to the Routledges, abducts Big John, and orders the death of John B. Fortunately, the latter manages to escape and turns to his friends for help. In the season finale, JJ flies in a smuggler's jet after saving Kai from the boarding school her parents put her to, while John B, Sarah, Pope, Cleo, and Ward go on Ward's plane to Venezuela. The teenage hero's quest to save John B's father and find El Dorado turns into a race against time. Do John B and the others find El Dorado? They travel to Solana after John B successfully saves his father with Sarah's assistance. Ward accompanies them and says he is there to defend his daughter. It appears that he intends to accomplish this by giving Singh what he desires, while Ward stays behind, claiming that he is too injured to continue. John B, his father, and wife find Solana, insert the gnomon into the Tamaliketl under the solstice moon, and decipher the coded messages left behind by the Guajiro king, using the notes that Pope wrote down using a family heirloom. The notes fulfill the role of the Rosetta Stone by assisting John B, Big John, and Sarah in discovering where El Dorado, the mountains of gold the Guajiro king left behind, intended for a deserving person to find it is located. When Singh's men surround the trio and Ward declares his plan, Sarah rejects her father's advice and wins Big John's trust. They succeed in getting away and find a cave with signs pointing in the right direction. Singh shot Big John earlier, so he must stay behind and let his son and Sarah finish the trek in his place. They find El Dorado and its gold mounds and pack as many gold nuggets as possible before returning to the cave entrance, where they find that Singh is waiting for them. Big John is forced to permanently shut the path to El Dorado with an explosion after Sing threatens to kill his son. Ironically, Sing is killed in that explosion while trying desperately to stop it. Are Ward and Big John dead? Ward almost choked Sarah to death in Season 2, in an effort to protect the life he has created for himself and his family. He seeks redemption in Season 3 and despises the man he has become as a result of his passion and avarice. The consequences of his conduct on his children's lives also horrify him. He chooses to donate the cross, but Rafe sneaks up behind him and, with Barry's assistance, takes the priceless religious artifact. Rafe melts it down and sells the pieces as small nuggets and chunks. Even if he subsequently changes his mind and spares his father, he hires an assassin to hunt down his father through Barry. Ward tells his son he is a decent man and that he has ultimately made the correct decision in their final conversation. Yeah, Ward perished in Season 3 of Outer Banks. Ward confronts Sarah, John B., and Big John when they emerge from the cave. Then Pope, Cleo, Kai, and JJ show up, tipping the scales in favor of the people whose acts have caused them a great deal of grief and suffering. When one of Sing's remaining thugs enters and tries to shoot Sarah, Ward makes a comeback. By sacrificing the man, he atones for his sins. He snatches the man and jumps from the cliff. Big John has virtually destroyed his own life in the pursuit of the treasure. He lost his wife and nearly died. This season, his relationship with his son becomes tumultuous, especially after Big John kills those two mercenaries. But ultimately, he makes the right decision when he chooses his son over access to the treasure. Her gets what he has sought his entire life. El Dorado succumbs to the bullet wound in the arms of his son. What is the name of Blackbeard's ship? What happened to it? The gold they were able to extract from El Dorado has significantly improved John B. and his friend's quality of living. Kai has resumed her conservation work 18 months after their voyage to Venezuela, while Pope is getting ready to leave for college. John B. and Sarah have launched a surf shop, and JJ has bought a charter boat. Despite the fact that Big John and the teenagers are now hailed as heroes for their exploits and successes, John B. is restless and considers how mundane their lives have grown to be. This is when a man approaches him and his friends and shows them the captain's log of Edward Teach, aka the 18th century pirate Blackbeard. Given the captain's log is dated to 1718 and the narrative of Outer Banks is set in North Carolina, it's pretty safe to assume that the ship mentioned in this scene is most likely Queen Anne's Revenge, which Blackbeard ran aground on a sandbar close to Beaufort, North Carolina, on June 10, 1718. Possibly the most successful pirate in history was Blackbeard. Naturally, there is a lot of discussion about whether he left any wealth behind and how much it would be worth now. Some people think it is interred in several locations throughout the Carolinas. John B. and his buddies will probably be searching for the truth about the fabled pirate in Season 4. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.